job, buddy. P1 right there.
Alright, what is going on, everyone? I'm jumping straight into qualifying here for the No Toad Racing League Cup Series. Tonight, they'll be live in New Hampshire. 120 laps of racing. I can tell you this, New Hampshire is a very difficult track in these next gens. Out of all the tracks I've ever raced at, this is probably the one that has the finest line of breaking free and pushing tight. You're on that tightrope. Really for about the first 3 or 4 laps on tires. After tires do a little warm, not too bad. But those first 3 to 4, you were on a absolute tightrope. So he locks in right there. Just saw us point out on that tightrope. It's such a fine line you're messing with. But while I got some qualifying going on underway, let's actually go ahead and go over our current point standings tonight as they get into their 9th race of the season. Only 4 races left. After tonight, you see Michael Nash, the defending series champ, back in the lead, had the 42-point buffer over Jess Traub, who is not here tonight. TJ Warren in second, or third, I mean. Joseph Wilby in fourth. The big shocker here is Benjamin Nelson with those 5 wins, still sitting in 6th. Also, keep in mind the 2 worst races are dropped. How to get with Gary, maybe get a point standing of that made up for next week. But Michael Nash, defending series champ, looking strong with just 4 races left in the season. Yeah, actually, I think 4 counting this one. But unfortunately, also not a very big field here tonight. Only got 6 drivers, but we'll still make it entertaining, and I think guys will still put on a really good show like they always do. Also, for us, we did have some technical difficulties last week. Your race winner last week at Atlanta was Johnny Brugg, coming over and racing the Cup Series for a one-off race, and goes out there and wins it. Nelson on the road course, he was. So it was just 6 guys. Not going to go start on a lap like we usually do, but what we will do, you'll pull up the race info. 100 degrees outside. No, my bad. 76 degrees outside. Track temp 86 degrees. So not a really hot track temp, but it's still super loose. Track is technically not a short track because it's just over a mile long. It's still a short track. Races like one, drives like one, has tempers like one. Don't think we'll see that here tonight. These guys are usually pretty dang good at keeping their tempers under control, keeping the drama down to a minimum. What in the world? Where's the pace car? Oh, there it is. I thought they were about to do standing start in New Hampshire. So, 120 laps we got here tonight. Fuel window is roughly about 91 laps from what I'm hearing. I mean, if you're someone like Benjamin, Burton, I don't see him going the fuel lengths. Maybe someone who might be trying to get a lap back, possibly, if we do get a yellow tonight. Very highly unlikely. But unless we get a yellow, I think the top runners will probably split this race in half. We'll probably see them coming around lap 60 to 65, and then other people who are struggling a little bit, about to go lap down, we might see them stretch the fuel tanks out to about lap 85, 90. Pacer's going to pull off, and no shocker here. Benjamin Professor Nelson going to lead the green here at New Hampshire for the No-Toad Cup Series. The key is the first couple laps of letting that heat get in those tires. It's not super loose. You see Burton get a really good run on that outside line. He's going to make it stick and pull ahead of the Professor here, going down the backstretch, going into turn 3. Benjamin Nelson looking low. Burton washing up. I thought I was getting a little looser. Nelson, a little bit of bobble coming out of turn 4. Nelson going to lead lap 1. So, we're going to have to do our best to keep it entertaining here tonight. Hopefully, Burton can stick with Nelson and keep it somewhat entertaining. And looking low on the Professor. A little bit of left front lock up there. He's going to allow Michael Nash to come down low. A little door bang at the exit of the corner. Michael Nash in the P2, your points leader. If I'm not mistaken, I think Michael Nash is leading the points. And Burton's going to get into Michael Nash. Gonna lock it down, no caution. That was a great job. Let's go back and watch that unfold again. Burton here is looking low, and Burton does a really good job locking his car down though. He gets in the back home, spinning out, really slow spin, locks it down, keeps it going, and no caution. Burton gonna have his work cut out for him, making his way back to the field. Oh, as I went to TJ, TJ was spinning around. I didn't mean to click on him, and that will bring out a caution. What happened to the 6 machine? And, yeah, there it is. That's that fine line I was talking to you about. Well, early caution here. Lap 5. Take a closer look at that front at TG. See that right front is caved in. I don't think he's gonna have too much suspension damage. Can't really see it because of the He might have a little bit, but not a lot. No, actually, he does have quite a bit of suspension damage. Well, I jinxed these guys. I said they weren't going to call the caution, and lap 5 of 120 caution flies as TJ Warren gets them that lap out a little too hard, sends it around into the outside wall. No surprises here. Pit lane stay in an empty place. TJ may come down, get some of that damage fixed. Think about it this way, guys, racing. You got a 50-50 shot of getting interviewed at the end of the race. Well, while we're under this quick caution, let's go over our schedule for this upcoming week and going into next Sunday. Starting with tomorrow night, those Gen 4 900 horsepower ARC cars, they will be going racing at Legacy Atlanta. Ton of horsepower, loose track, shreds the tires. That should be a blast. They are scheduled for 100 laps of racing there. And then next Sunday, the Gen 4, or not Gen 4, the ARC, these Cup guys, there we go, they're going to Pocono. As it will be the third to last race of the season. Pocono, Richmond, Michigan. Pocono, Richmond, Michigan will round up the race for these guys. Richmond will not be broadcasted. I'll be going to the race myself in real life. My first time going there, so hopefully it puts on a good race. One of the few tracks I haven't been to around me yet. Hayes car pulls off. Nelson going to lead the field to green. Yet again, green flag is out. And one guy I want to keep an eye on as these guys take the green. Keep an eye on that 14. Was making his way back. Not even making his way back to the field. Got shuffled to the back of the field. After a little bit of contact with him and Michael Nash. And look for him to possibly charge him back through the field. Get back up in that top 3 where he was running at. TJ Warren doing a pretty good job, even with that damage, keeps that car glued. And one of the things I noticed when I did New Hampshire a couple weeks ago in these cars is it almost seemed like when I had toe damage, it helped. Crazy thing, I know, but it seemed like it actually helped it. In the meantime, Nelson leading the way over Michael Nash. That 3/10 second gap. Don't really see Nash contending with Nelson at all. Nash is going to have to hope for a mistake by Nelson capitalize. Christian Loxton, he's made his way to P3 after having that loop in qualifying, pulling a Kyle Busch out there. He's actually up 3 spots where he started at. Christian Loxton started dead last, up to middle of the pack now. I think something might have TJ Warren. He's falling pretty far back. Let's go back and see what happened here when Matthew Burton got around up for 5th. Oh, TJ, yep. There he goes. Great job collecting it, though, by TJ. We go back live. Christian Loxton having issues. He drops from 3rd to 5th. Ooh. That got to be a meatball. It is. Now, that's a tough break for Christian because I'm like, yeah, the great thing is he can make it on field. No, he can't. There's still 110 laps left. Unfortunately for Christian, he's gonna have to. He's gonna ride it out as long as he can with that damage. He does have a meatball. That's what that is right there by his name. That means he is damaged and he needs to. He's required to come in for repairs. Still not doing it. When we come in this time by. Yep, here comes Christian to pit lane. Tough break for Christian running in that top three. Gonna have to burn a good old fast repair ready. Surprisingly he's actually still on the lead lap. He's about to go a lap down right about now. Nelson rolling through 1 and 2. Augustin exit pit lane. Actually, he might stay on the lead lap here. Christian, hold on to it! No!
The yellow flag is out.
He's right on board here with Christian. Oh, it's the downshift that got him. Whoo! Actually, another guy I want to ride on board with Ben here. Ben was trying to figure out where to go. Surprisingly, no takers to pit lane. No. Wow. Well, lap 17 of 120. Surprisingly, we've had 2 cautions. No one has yet to come to pit lane to top off on fuel. It is still a 1-stop race from here. They cannot make it to the end. I do see people like Nelson and Nash coming to pit lane probably around lap 65, lap 70, splitting this race in half. People like Warren, Dixon, maybe even Burton, I can see running their tanks dry, hoping for a caution after the leader's pit. But I mean, we saw even Loxton. Well, Loxton, actually, never mind. Loxton didn't take tires. He just took a fast repair and went. Pace light should turn off. It's time by. Now, Nelson, Nash, Dixon, Burton, Warren, and Loxton. That's your running order. They line it back up. He's going to go by green flag racing with 100 left to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag's going to come out. Nelson getting loud on that pedal. He gets a great jump over Nash. And I kind of left Dixon sleeping there. Dixon and Burton going at it in the back. You can call that, that's more like the middle of the pack. All the way up to that wall. And the one thing about here at New Hampshire, that backstretch is very bumpy. Here's TJ Warren looking at the inside of Burton. TJ Warren looking to bounce back. He's had himself a couple spins. Can't plant that power though. Back up to the battle for the lead. Nash all over that back bumper. Nelson has a little bit of a bobble coming out of turn 2, but still gaining a little bit going down that backstretch. It's crazy. Even when this man has a bobble and gets that hell in to kick around, he still gains going down the backstretch. Starting to lose a bit though. Going down the front stretch, 2.6, 2.7. Gap as they go into turn 1. The different lines are taking Nelson to running more of the high line, kind of angling it down, arcing it down, a corner exit, and Nash kind of sticking to that middle as they roll through the corners. Another thing I have seen people do throughout this week, be interested to see someone do it here, is they shortcut the track all the way down to the wall where the pit exit cone is. Let's see if I can't get a good view of it here. Right there off to the left of your screen where that blue cone is at. I've seen people shortcut it all the way down there for a drive off, and they somehow get it to work. Now, granted, that was on a fixed setup they were doing that with. Not fixed, my bad, open. So far, so good. 24 of 120. Keep an eye on Dixon about Dixon. He's been known to save tires pretty well at short tracks. I mean, not as well as like Nelson and them, but I thought I heard someone in the wall just now. No. Well, we got a long green for run. Let's actually ride on board. We'll ride on board with Nelson, and we'll go on board with Nash, and then maybe even Dixon. Get an idea on their different points of shifting, because people are shifting here. Nelson going all the way up to 5th down the backstretch, all the way down to 3rd into turn 3. You just hear how smoothly he has to get on that gas. Really using that transmission to slow himself down. Oh, Nelson having a big bobble going into turn 2, and that's really allowed Nash to close the gap. Let's rewind that. We kind of got an onboard view of what happened there. Let's get an exterior view of what happened there. Like, Oh, just hit the brakes too hard. It was a great job, magnificent job, chasing it up the track. Doesn't lose the lead, loses a little bit of time to Michael. He's back to going straight. Now let's take a look, couple laps on board here with Michael Nash in a 60 car. Completely different demeanor. As you only see Michael, he's only going down to 4th. Right on board with Dixon now. Oh, it's TJ Warren having issues. We'll go back and look at that real quick. TJ in the 6th. Ends it. Does a great job keeping it rolling, I think. Clean gear. There you go. I think he's deciding whether you want to go to pit lane or not. So I'm kind of wondering now if... Now, my insider said 91 laps, and that's the 6th machine, TJ Warren. If he is off... Well, no, because there's no way in heck they're making 120 laps without pitting. There's no way. Only one to come to pit lane so far is Christian, and his was just a quick top and go. Well, now TJ. I don't think it's fuel that they're worried about. And I'll say this too. The fact that Nelson can get it down to 3rd and drive comfortably off the corners is insane. I know when I've done this races, I did 1 or 2 this week. I could not comfortably put it in 3rd gear and drive off the corner. It had to be in 4th gear, or else I just felt the back end sliding around. So Nelson doing an outstanding job downshifting that car into 3rd almost every turn and keeping it going straight. I should pull up the dashboard here and kind of show you what gear he's in. 4th gear there. Oh no, he's just going down to 4th now. Dang. Yeah, Nelson is going down to 4th now. Kind of surprising on that call. Usually, when people start downshifting, it's later on in the run because the car's rolling through the corner slower. It's not carrying as much speed, but here late in this run, Nelson. Oh, there he goes on the 3rd right there. I think it's hit or miss with Nelson. Alright, so we only got 6 people here tonight. We'll keep it entertaining. We got a long green flag run. Oh wait, someone's around. I think that was TJ. I heard something. Go back. Yep, I thought I heard something. Just kissed it. Not too much damage there for TJ. Wow, we got some time. I don't know if I got any live viewers in there. If not, I guess I'll talk to myself. But I'm seriously kind of curious why NASCAR, we go to these tracks, especially New Hampshire, Martinsville, you know, tracks like that. They bring a rain package, and then it rains, and then they don't race. It's like, do you want to race in the rain or don't you? I get it. You don't want the spray, kind of like what happened at COTA back in 2020, where you just could not see a thing in front of you. But, I mean, tracks like this, especially like Martinsville, when the truck race got rained out, I don't think they're really going fast enough to have to worry about that spray. But I'm at the point of like, alright, either let them race the rain or don't. Get rid of the rain package or let them race in the rain. So. Nelson's still leading the way. I'll say this, Michael Nash has done a great job these first 40 laps, kind of minimizing that gap between him and Nelson. Still within that second range. Last time we went short track racing here in the Cup Series, the last time I can recall go short track racing with a smaller field was last season at Bristol. Nelson, I think, literally wiped the whole field, lapped the whole field, I should say. And Michael Nash doing a great job here on lap 40 and 120, keeping that distance down. Is only up to a 1.1 second gap. Dixon as well sticking up with them, keeping up with them, I should say. It was a 2.7, and then Burton, your outside pole sitter, he is not doing too bad either. So everyone doing a pretty good job not letting the 60 or not 69, the 125 drive away with this. Justin Adams, if you were out there, get your butt in this booth. I need to ask you if you got the Sergeant's Giddy Up drink. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I can't remember. Oops. Nelson getting that gap up to a 1.6 second, 1.7 now. Starting to really drive away from Michael Nash in that 60s. We take a look at some last lap times here by the whole field, really. Nelson at 31.32, Michael Nash 31.48, Dixon 31.49. I said earlier, keep an eye on Dixon. He might be able to close that gap between himself and the 60. Maybe get himself a runner-up finish here tonight. Christian Lawson, your only car, the only car a lap down. Went a lap down after smacking the wall, getting that good old Swedish meatball flag. Having to come to pits and get it fixed, and then spun out coming out of pits, so put him a lap down. And TJ Warren, he's had a rough night. I think he myself some damage. Nope, he got his damage fixed. He's looped it a couple times, but he's still sharking along out there 3 laps down. I'm kind of curious. This is the battle I'm wanting to watch right now. See if Slider is able to chase down Nash here. Pull that up. He Slider last sector by half a tenth quicker. So he is closing that gap to Michael Nash. Super doing section T express start finish line. Dixon about a half a tenth quicker for that whole lap. Dixon starting to put together some decent laps here, chasing down that 60 machine. One thing we're already noticing here is Nash is running a little bit lower through the corners than Dixon is, but that time by Dixon loses a tenth of a second. Here in about 15 laps, so we should start seeing our first takers on the lead lap to pit lane. Dixon's starting to fall off though. 4/10 slower last time by. Dixon really starting to struggle. I thought he was closing in that gap. I really did. Ooh, Dixon looked like he might have overshot that corner though a little bit. Saw him sliding up that track, but he actually gains a little bit of time on Nelson going down the front stretch here in 53 or 52 of 120. Speaking of Nelson, there's the professor himself and that good old different colored Kyle Larson car. If Rick Hendricks watching, should take notes on how to properly put colors on that paint scheme, because I like the way this looks better than the red, white, and blue one. Oh, Alan Dixon had issues, and Christian Loxton. We'll start here with Christian. See what happened here with Christian. Did not see them have issues. I was not looking over there. Oh, loops it around, locks it down, kisses the wall there, and now we go to Dixon issues. Dixon having issues as well. Well, turn 2 as well. Oh, I think Dixon's a lot worse. Yep, Dixon's is a lot worse. Luckily for Dixon, I think he comes into pit lane right here and gonna lose a lot of time. Unfortunately, earlier than what he wanted. Did he only take 2? Oh no, he took 4. I was about to say. A little bit earlier than you want to come in for tires, but it minimizes the damage because he is good from here. I mean, who knows? I mean, that could be a blessing in disguise. Granted, he did lose quite a bit of time smacking that wall. We'll see. Cairo came here with Benjamin for a bit. while we're going gyro cam, Christian Loxton having issues yet again. Christian, I promise you, Gary paid the guy to mow the lawn. You don't gotta mow it no more. Why did he just go back up on track right there? Back to gyro cam. Should start seeing guys kind of pit lane here in about I would say 5 laps or so. I mean, we are. Okay. There we go. We are at the 5 lap mark where people should start coming in pit lane and getting those 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Nelson putting Christian another lap down. CJ Warren get one of his spots back. I almost said laps, but yeah, he's getting a spot back here. He'll move up to 5th. And Christian might have finally had enough. Kind of curious when kind of curious what the plan is for Michael. Does he wait till Ben comes in? Does he like short print himself? When do you come in? And question with Ben, when you hear and see Michael's in pit lane, how much longer do you stay out? Ooh, Nelson having a big bobble there, rolling through 1 and 2. That was such a big bobble. Actually, Michael Nash may have 2/10 and not 1 turn. Nelson's starting to struggle a bit. Michael Nash trying to close that gap. This is such a hard track to put together consistent laps over and over and over again. It's almost like Darlington. But I ain't starting Darlington. I don't like Darlington. Yeah, Loxton has gotten lucky. Every time he has spun out, he has missed that wall by the skin of his teeth. If I'm Michael, I'm pitting this time. Got to. I don't see. Oh, Nelson getting wicked loose. No, I don't even see Nelson staying out too much longer. He is fighting that car left and right. If I'm Michael, knowing how much he's fighting that car, and if you're listening to broadcasting, hey, I'm hearing You got in front of you having issues. You got to come in and take advantage of that. I'm actually kind of surprised. Yeah, still no takers on the pit lane. They can go 91. No, they can go 91 laps on fuel. And the thing is, Nash might go a lap down if he pits. I don't think Nelson would. I think Nelson has such a big gap on that 14. I think if Nelson pits right here, and let's say a caution does come out, I don't think he goes down because he's almost a whole lap ahead of the 14. Yeah, he's only a straightaway behind the 14. Still no takers on the pit lane though. EJ Warren having issues. I saw the tire smoke. I forgot what it was from, and here's where the tire smoke's from. DJ, I want to go watch that again. he legit said, "Oh, well, yep, I'm hitting the wall. Might as well go in back in first." That's something I would do. Floor it, spin it around. Yep, minimize the damage. There you go. Hey, he bounced out the ball quite a bit too. Oh, what in the hell is the bumper do? Then it falls off. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, 73 and still no takers. Surely they're not good on gas. There's no way. And if they are good on gas, I don't think the tires will go. There's no way in hell you are making tires last 120 laps at New Hampshire. Dude, this is where crew chief Isaac just starts thinking like of strategies and thinking about how much I'm yelling at my driver right now for not coming to pit lane. They're still out there, 75. When in the world are these guys gonna pit? I'm stumped right now. Well, we went on board with Nelson when he had a good handling car. Let's ride on board with him now that his car is all over that track. Ooh. I'm just looking at TJ's car. This man ain't got no back bumper, and that wheeler is bouncing up and down like it ain't got no business. That's probably some of the most realistic damage I've seen on iRacing. It's crazy. I seriously would have split this in half. I would have pitted around 65. 70 probably at the latest. Well, unless TJ doesn't know how to calculate fuel, and we got more than 91 laps of fuel, I just... I don't think so, because if I remember correctly, I was burning about 2.5 to 2.8, or 0.25 to 0.28 gallons of fuel a lap. So that right there is only about 100 laps. Well, I mean, there's only 6 people, but these guys got my brain going in a blender right now, just trying to figure out what the heck this strategy is. Good. Ooh, tire smokes. Oh, never mind. Because usually, if you get someone like Nash, and this is usually, everyone has to pit at least once. Oh, there he goes, coming to pit lane. Okay. Thank you for getting my brain out of the blender. 12 laps later than I thought you would, but you can't pit lane. The question is, I gotta rewind this real quick. Nope, no black flag. Okay, just had to make sure. Oh, Nelson was a very aggressive entry. Very clean entry, too. Who would have thunk that? Nelson coming in a lap after Nash. Now, this is the interesting thing. So, Dixon had to pit earlier because of a mistake. So, can he hold off a top 3? Nash is going to chase him down. We'll take a look at, we'll pull this up right now to give you an idea on how old, Dixon's tires are. The Dixon's on 30 lap old tires, which is a lot. And I mean a lot compared to the 4 fresh tires Nash has. Now, and it also always brings in the possibility of someone looping it on these cold tires. 14 did a really quick pit stop there. Is he right? What is the... Oh yeah, the 14 is a super quick pit stop. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, definitely. And there goes Nash around Nelson. Or Dixon, I mean. That gap went from a 7-second gap to 15-second gap. All off of pit entry. And we've seen Nelson do that time and time again. Just absolutely smoke these guys on and off pit lane. I keep telling Gary, when we have these long green flag runs and these long races, they need to start handing out some sort of penalty to Nelson to make the race more interesting at the end. Like, give him a 10-second hold on pit lane when he has a 20-second lead. Close that gap up a little bit. But no surprise here. Nelson blowing the brakes off the field. The only thing I'm wondering is we're going to have about 30 to go. I'm curious if Burton can chase down Dixon. Now, Burton is about, I would say, little over three-quarters of a little over three-quarters lap behind Dixon. He does have four fresh tires. Last time by, there's a gap difference, 7/10. And I can't see how far he is off Dixon, unfortunately, because he is a lap down. I'm wondering, in 30 laps, can Burton chase down Dixon? If not, Dixon's wreck might be a blessing in disguise. Oh, 30 laps to go. This is definitely Nelson's race to lose. Everyone's spread out. There's only 5 cars left out on track. I'm not going to leave the possibility of yellow out because New Hampshire is a very difficult track. I've seen people have issues all race long, but slim. Leave it at that. It is slim as TJ Warren gets into the wall letting Nash by. He needs the drive-to penalty to start the race. No, he needs an EOL penalty to start every race. That's what he needs. But Well, hopefully at Pocono we get some more guys. Pocono is actually a really fun track in these next gens. I do know tomorrow night will be a pretty good amount of people out there. Legacy Atlanta. I'm looking for that. Kind of curious to see what those cars handle like on old tires. I know everything else I've raced at Legacy Atlanta, it is loose as all could be on old tires. And you add 900 horsepower to that mix with very low downforce. You were gonna be fighting that steering wheel left and right. We got that 25 to go mark. Race went by pretty quick actually. We just about reached the hour mark on the race that started. Green flag usually flies around 9:30-ish. We're about there, at the hour mark, 25 to go. Benjamin Nelson leading the way. Michael Nash in third. Michael Nash in second. Dixon in third. Dixon is getting chased down by the 14. I just don't think the 14 has enough time left. Definitely quicker. No, he's actually running slower than Dixon. Wow. Huh. No, my apologies. I'm looking at the wrong time. Never mind. I was looking at Nash and Dixon, not Dixon and Burton. Dixon ran 31.75. Burton 31.46. So Burton does not chase him down as fast as he needs to. Was it green the whole way? No, it was not. We've had 2 cautions early in the race. One was like on lap 5, and the other one's on lap 17, 18. Yeah, because your info about Sergeant's Giddy Up drink, man, is false. You said they're on sale. I went to go buy them at the store, man. They upmarketed that stuff. I'm kind of curious if Burton can chase him down. I don't think there's enough time, but I've been wrong before. Oh shoot. And a good old yellow goes a long ways. I blame the 4018. Seems like that be something they do. What would I'm so lost, dude. Oh, never mind. You got that paint scheme made yet? I've been waiting for the debut of it. $18 to go. It's about a half a lap gap between the 33 and 14 now. A little bit more than half a lap. I will say this, Michael Nash kind of adding a buffer to the points lead he already had. I need to get a point standing with the 2 worst races dropped, because I don't think I have that. I'm pretty sure if you drop the 2 worst races out of everybody, I think it's gonna tighten up that points battle. Got 14 to go. Dixon finally going a lap down. About a half a lap gap between him and the 14. Dixon looking pretty solid. Get a good top 3 finish here tonight. Nelson's still leading the way. Got 14 laps to do it to try to lap the whole field yet again, but I don't think he's going to be able to chase down Michael Nash. He still has about another third of a lap to go to get to him. 13 to go. Don't see it necessarily happening though. Right on board here with let's go Nash. Let's go Gyro on Nash. Get something to drink. All right, back. Alrighty, and we are back with 9 to go here at New Hampshire. Benjamin Nelson leading the way with a 20-second gap. Something we're used to seeing out of him. In the Cup Series, that is. The Gen 4 Series, he seems to struggle a little bit. Game is done, just sitting on the right time to unleash it. Next Sunday or something will be great. Actually, go ahead and do it at a track you know you'll do good in. So when you finish in the top 3, you can go in there and talk about it. Looking at the track map, that 14th actually lost some ground on 33, so Dixon looking to get himself a solid top 3 finish locked in here tonight with 7 to go, coming to 6 to go. Oh, Nelson getting loose! Wow! What a save that was! I know that don't look like a lot to everyone watching, but unless you've been in that situation, when that car starts to kick around, yeah, that's a save. That is definitely a save. Wouldn't that be a story if the professor spins out, coming to the white flag? Professor coming out of turn 4, gonna get that, get the start finish line 4 to go this time by. Hey, Justin, is this amazing thing, something that me nor you don't have, called skill? Don't know. Nah, that actually, that's actually pretty easy to hang on to. You got to know when to start turning it back to the right, and I mean, he knew what he was doing. He turned to the right. Once he started feeling it get going straight again, somewhat yanked it hard to the left, straightened it out, kept on going. Ayo. Ayo. Nelson come out of 4, gonna get the cross sticks, 2 to go this time by. That's was kind of like me when I won my last race. Just get to that white flag. I want to see the white flag. I don't want to see nothing else. Forever alone. White flag is out last lap here at New Hampshire. Benjamin Nelson going on that straightaway one last time, heading into turn number 3. Rolling through 3 and 4. Benjamin Nelson will collect his 6th win of the Cup season. And Michael Nash will get himself a good runner-up finish, good points night. Oh shoot, he's not even close to finishing yet. That threw me off. Dixon will get a top 3. He'll come in 3rd. There's Michael Nash, P2. Benjamin Nelson puts on a showing here tonight. I want to say he led every lap. I don't think there was a single lap he did not lead. Nelson leading it from green to checkered. May have missed the burnouts. That was one of the most weird audiobooks I've ever heard. I will say this. While we were gonna put a finish, short track packages are the funnest packages to do burnouts in because they have such a low gear ratio. It is a blast. Who's doing burnouts now? All 14. Yeah. We'll wait a little longer for putting finishers. Well, we don't got anyone podium finishers. Small field, so I'm not gonna really press the issue for interviews. Um, just another quick shout out. What we got going on tomorrow night and next Sunday. Tomorrow night we do got Legacy Atlanta. That is not Super Speedway Atlanta. That is before they ruined Atlanta, and the track was still fun to race at, and you had to actually take care of your right front tires. And I can imagine these Gen 4s, the right rear tires as well. They will be doing 100 laps tomorrow there. And then, yeah, before, dude. And then next Sunday, our Cup guys, they will be back live racing. Hopefully, we get a little bit bigger a field, but they'll be going to Pocono. And we just saw a really good showing last Monday from Pocono in the Gen 4. So really looking forward to these Cup guys going at it, seeing what they can do, and seeing if anyone can dethrone the professor. Maybe they can take the professor to school. But y'all have a safe week, and we'll catch y'all next time. Can't cap I like New Atlanta. No. No. Wait, what did you say? Hold on a second.